John's breathing was erratic. He clutched his head, his fingers trembling. Something inside him was writhing, twisting like a parasite taking hold. I'm still human, right? The fear in the woman's eyes had already answered that question. John's eyes were bloodshot, his veins bulging. His fingertips tingled, his teeth ached. A guttural growl rose behind him. The infected. There were at least 10 of them. They had once been human, but now, their twisted bodies, hollow eyes, and insatiable hunger made them no different from death itself. The woman screamed and tried to run, but her foot caught on a rock, and she fell hard onto the pavement. John instinctively moved to help her, but then he hesitated. "What am I doing?" a voice inside him whispered to let her go. Not to save her, to hunt her. John forced himself to break away from the thought and gripped his shotgun. He raised the barrel and pulled the trigger. The first creature's head exploded, blood splattering onto the asphalt. The others didn't even flinch. Second shot, third shot, click, nothing. John's eyes widened. Out of ammo, the infected rushed toward him. John threw the shotgun aside and grabbed a crowbar from the ground. Just as the first creature lunged at him, he swung with all his strength, crushing its skull. The woman screamed and scrambled backward in terror. But John's mind was already slipping. His breath was coming in ragged gasps. Something was changing. He could feel it. His legs trembled. His muscles clenched. His vision blurred. And then, his world tilted. He dropped to his knees, clutching his chest, groaning in agony. A warm, metallic taste flooded his mouth. His teeth ached. When he touched his face, he felt his nails, longer, sharper. "No," he whispered. But it was too late. A snarling infected crashed into him from behind. John's instincts took over. His fear was crushed beneath something stronger, something primal. He bared his teeth and hissed. Then in one swift motion, he grabbed the creature's skull and cracked it like a twig. The wet sound of breaking bones filled the night. The infected collapsed, lifeless. The woman was frozen in horror. John looked at her, and that's when he realized he was starving, and her scent. Her warm, fresh blood. John's eyes turned completely red. The woman bolted. She sprinted down the dark road, panting, her steps uneven with panic. But John was no longer bound by human limitations. He lunged forward, moving unnaturally, fast. His fingertips brushed the ground as he ran, not with his feet alone, but with his entire body. She screamed, too late. John caught her. The woman, tears streaming down her face, looked up at him. "John, please," but John no longer remembered his name. A shadow loomed over her. That night, John was lost forever. A week later, a military convoy stopped in front of the abandoned gas station. Armed soldiers moved cautiously, scanning the blood-stained pavement. There were no bodies. The captain spoke into his radio. "Command, this is Alpha Team. We have an anomaly at the target location." The radio crackled. Signs of infection? The captain looked down. Deep claw marks were etched into the ground. He narrowed his eyes and replied, "Yes, but this is something else. Something bigger." A soldier pointed at the gas station. Nuyuala message had been carved into the concrete. Blood-red letters spelled out a single sentence. "You can't stop me." The soldiers tensed. The captain stared into the dark, empty highway and muttered, "Trouble is coming." To be continued. Subscribe. And comment, don't miss the next horror story.